Hey YouTube, it's me, Maddie Mae, and I have another video for you today. I was trying to figure out how I was really looking for some paper, this paper here that you see on my screen, but I was looking for it in white. Dollar Tree used to have it in white, but currently in my area they do not have it in white. So I was frustrated because I looked on Amazon, I looked everywhere, but they just didn't have what I wanted. As an example, I get a 3-pack here for $1 if it's white. It does not have margins. I didn't want the margins, okay? So yes, there is paper out there that I probably could have substituted, but I just didn't want to, uh, I didn't want the margins, and everything to me had the margins unless it was unruled and then it was just like a scratch pad. So I didn't want that either. So that led me to think of my good old friend Microsoft Word, and I just started saying, maybe I can do it myself, because really I'm just making some notebooks for my mom's kids at her school. And so I made some. So I thought I'd share this video with you on how you can make some, okay? So again, we are in Word. We have a blank document. A few things that we need to do right away is we just want to set up our document first, because when we set up our document, it makes life a whole lot easier, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is just to go ahead and change my margins. And I want custom margins. The top of my document is, everything's going to be 0.25, you guys. And so we're going to change that to 0.25. The top, the bottom, the left, and the right. So for the most part, I'm done. I click OK. My margins are what I want them to be, okay? The other thing that I'm going to do is change my orientation. I don't want portrait, I want landscape. So now we have changed our margins. We've gone to a landscape orientation. Now we want to go ahead and what is it that we want to do, you guys? We want to make columns. So we're going to just add columns. I only want 2. And our document is now ready, you guys, set up to make lines, okay? So to make a line, we want to go to Draw. It's giving me suggestions. I'm sorry. We want to go to Insert, not Draw. And then we want to go to Shapes. And if you go to click on Shapes, you'll see a line right there, right? So you click on your line. You have to kind of make your line. I'm going to start right here where the cursor is blinking. And I'm going to straighten out my line and drag it all the way to about here. Okay? That's about where I want it. Now, something to note here is that I don't know if you've ever worked with columns before, right? If you've never worked with columns before, you can see here, you can see that there is a little grayed out area that's telling you that you have 2 columns, okay? You have one on this side and one on this side. It's the space in between the 2 columns, okay? So now we made our line. I don't want a blue line. You can have a blue line. If you're gonna, you can have a blue line if if you're gonna just print this to, as black and white, that's fine. But just because I don't want a blue one, I'm gonna change my color to black, okay? So now I have this black line. The other thing I don't like about this line is, for me, it's not thick enough. So I'm going to click on here, and you guys, this will pop up whenever you do a shape or insert a shape. Yeah, these prompts will come up because you have inserted a shape. So if you go down here, I want this line to be a little bit more weighty also, okay? And so with that said, I'm going to bulk it up a little bit. And I think I'm going to bulk to right there. That kind of, maybe up here. This looks a little bit cool to me. So if I click off, I have my line, all right? Now, the next thing you have to do so that you can have your line paper is that you're going to have 2 of these documents, okay? So this is just anything like anything else. We do a control C, that's the quick, or you can do a copy, but that is copy, just a shortcut command, okay? And then we're going to click off of that, and then we're going to arrow down. Sometimes it won't let you go, but it will let you paste. Control V, and it automatically goes down, okay? So all I have to do now, you guys, is paste the rest of this document. And you want to watch, make sure, I'm doing Control V all the way down. You want to make sure it's okay on the first page. I'm sorry, I'm just scrolling this a little bit for you. Control V, and it's going to automatically go to the top for you to your second column, okay? So look at, move over here, we're there. And now we're going to go Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, all the way down. So we have our first document for lined paper. Now, we still need to make another document. So we just keep Control Ving. And look, it automatically, if you look down, it automatically starts the new paper, the second sheet that we need. Again, we go all the way down, and it will automatically go to the next column. Move your eyes over here, and we have the next column. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky. What you don't want to do now is go to another page. You could always delete it if you accidentally do it, but we don't want to go to another page. So we want to make sure that we're at the same ending place, okay? So that's the end of our document. You guys, we have made paper. All you have to do at this point, we have made lined paper. And let me rephrase, this is a 5x8. You would do the same principle would apply if you wanted to use 8.5 by 11, okay? But what I am going to do, my little notebooks are 5x8. So this is for 5x8, okay? All I have to do now is print this piece of paper, front and back, and then cut it down this middle row right here, okay? And then I'll have notebook paper. Boom. I want to show you this though. This is the edge you're going to punch. Notice that the margins here, so it's a little shorter right here. I'm sorry, longer right here. This is where you're going to do your hole punch, okay, on that side. If you're using this for purposes of creating a notebook, this is the hole punch side, okay? And then this is not the hole punch side because it's much more narrow. So again, all I have to do is go in here, click File, click Print, and then all I have to do is print on both sides, right? And click Print. And I'm going to get a double-sided sheet of paper that I'm going to cut in half. So that's all that I have today, you guys. This is all that I have today. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. Otherwise, you guys, I hope this video was helpful, and you guys have an awesome day. See you next time.